Our environment. Learning about waste in the environment and ecosystem and its components. We have heard the word environment often being used on the television, in newspapers, and by people around us. Global summits involving the developed and developing countries are regularly held to discuss environmental issues. We saw how different materials are cycled in the environment in separate biogeochemical cycles. In these cycles, essential nutrients like nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and water are changed from one form to another. What happens when we add our waste to the environment? In our daily activities, we generate a lot of material that are thrown away. What are some of these waste materials? What happens after we throw them away? Let us perform an activity to find answers to these questions. Collect waste material from your homes. This could include all the waste generated during a day, like spoiled food, vegetable peels, used tea leaves, milk packets, and empty cartons, waste paper, empty medicine bottles, strips, bubble packs, old and torn clothes, and broken footwear. Bury this material in a pit in the garden and cover with it at least 15 centimeters of soil. Keep this material moist and observe at 15-day intervals. Some of the waste materials remain unchanged, whereas some of the garbage is decomposed. Substances that are broken down by biological processes are said to be biodegradable. Substances that are not broken down in this manner are said to be non-biodegradable. These substances may be inert and simply persist in the environment for a long time or may harm the various members of the ecosystem. All organisms such as plants, animals, microorganisms, and human beings, as well as the physical surroundings, interact with each other and maintain a balance in nature. All the interacting organisms in an area, together with the non-living constituents of the environment, form an ecosystem. Thus, an ecosystem consists of biotic components comprising living organisms and abiotic components comprise physical factors like temperature, rainfall, wind, and soil. For example, if you visit a garden, you will find different plants such as grasses, trees, flower-bearing plants like rose, jasmine, sunflower, and animals like frogs, insects, and birds. All these living organisms interact with each other and their growth, reproduction, and other activities are affected by the abiotic components of ecosystem. So, a garden is an ecosystem. Other types of ecosystems are forests, ponds, and lakes. These are natural ecosystems. While gardens and crop fields are human-made, that is, artificial ecosystems. Organisms can be grouped as producers, consumers, and decomposers according to the manner in which they obtain their sustenance, that is, nourishment from the environment. All green plants and certain blue-green algae, which can produce food by photosynthesis, come under this category and are called the producers. Organisms depend on the producers either directly or indirectly for their sustenance, that is nourishment. These organisms which consume the food produced either directly from producers or indirectly by feeding on other consumers are the consumers. Consumers can be classed variously as herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, and parasites. What happens when an organism dies? The microorganisms comprising bacteria and fungi break down the dead remains and waste products of organisms. These microorganisms are the decomposers as they break down the complex organic substances into simple inorganic substances that go into the soil and are used up once more by the plants. Summary: the various components of an ecosystem are interdependent. The producers make the energy from sunlight available to the rest of the ecosystem. So that is all in this topic. In our next subtopic, we will study about food chains and webs, ozone and its depletion and garbage management.